um, the the John of God thing, right? It's not about whether or not you're right, because we both get influence from the same place. We both get information from the same people, the same influencers. With mainstream media, they talk about stuff, and then it makes us have questions because they put things out there and they say we don't know the stuff. And I'm like, wow, well, let me know when you find out, right? And then they don't, and then it goes away. So I'm like, I never found out about, what happened with those women in the hole. If they imagine that they're in a well or something like that, right? Then, or some confines. I don't know how, maybe they're in a building, maybe they're in a jungle. I don't know what they have, ropes or what, right? If they exist or not. I'm not trying to just be right. I'm just saying you can't leave loose ends in a story. And if I ask about it, then I'm not cooperating. So if I'm not cooperating, then you're an operative. Because I'm not cooperating. You do evil's bidding for free. And everybody you look up to is because they've been getting paid to do evil's bidding. And you want to know how you can get paid to do evil's bidding. And then I try to put you up on... basically I advise you against using Robinhood to acquire, and then I try to give you any information to make you have a better idea of what kind of objectives are possible and how to position yourself for a wide range of possibilities. And you're like, well, like, I have to pay rent. Like, why are you telling me that you have to pay rent? Though I don't live with you, so I mean, you can't get information from me. All I'm giving is information. I'm not asking about, like, how come you can't acquire faster, more. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do that sort of thing, this is a way that you might want to look at it, and don't invest in a hyper exchange futures platform that's gonna extend you a dime when you can have a dollar. Because you have a mobile device, you have access to, you could pull the trigger from a mobile device, but they don't want to look at that because they have to analyze whether or not anybody who they actually are, like she could delegate that to her husband, but she doesn't want to talk about the technology because she can't delegate to her husband. Like, yo, make this move real quick. I'll send you some ETH, or I'll send you this or that. And that's the thing, it takes more time. For me, it takes time. For her, it'll never get done. Like I actually have to demonstrate or exercise in the place that I'm trying to, have my prayers answered. I have to exercise in that place. And people have to see me doing it for a certain amount of time to be interested in it. Then it doesn't exist, and I can't be upset at anybody for not being aware of an exploit that they could take advantage of. After I've made you aware, but see, I don't even know how I'm making feminists aware of an exploit that they could take advantage of. All I'm doing is asking for your perspective. If you offer me your perspective, then your handlers have to be like, oh no, they can talk about this. Oh no, they're able to talk about this. Somebody teed it up for discussion, and now we have to talk about this. So in order to keep them from having to talk about something, that you're going to take care of them, but they're getting paid and you're not. So why don't you ask them for a payout or a kick down or something? You're going to do it anyway.